Hey, what's up, everybody? Lurkers, whoever may be out there, or nobody. I hope we're good. Uh, Here we are. I'm back. Sorry, the grunting you hear is me trying to handle my laptop and put it over there near my desk. Alrighty. I'm here. We'll wait for, I guess, well, not really waiting for anybody. We're just hoping everybody's out there. Andrew J., hey, how you doing, buddy? Uh, Great to see you in the chat. I'm going to be sitting here inking for a little bit. We've got a long, uh, well, I've got a lot of work to do on the inks on this page, but it's going to be a short inking stream. I have a bird over my shoulder. If you hear the tweeting, um, yeah, I missed you guys too, man. I don't know if you were around for the last stream. Mark Anthony, hey, what's up, dude? Hey, buddy. I don't know if you were around, Andrew J. That a real bird? Yeah. Yeah. Mark Anthony says avoid posting your dolls. Apparently so, but I actually just today I couldn't do it on my devices, like my phone and my iPad. I guess where I don't have enough subscribers just yet, so I can't do like video posts from my phone or from my iPad. There's a threshold. I think it was like a thousand people. Hey, what's up? Can you guys hear me? Okay. There's a Farmer Dan. Hey, how you doing, Farmer Dan? Um, yeah, there's a threshold. Yeah, you need 1,000 to use your phone for live streaming. Yeah, so I need 1,000 subscribers to do that, and so the only way I can do it is with a physical, either a laptop computer or my regular computer, which is my Mac. I can't really use my Mac because my Mac is so slow. I do not know what's going on with it right now. It does not work very well for me. So anyway, that's why I haven't been on. So a lot of people have been asking me, well, why don't you just stream from like your phone or stream from this and that? And I'm like, man, I wish I could. I mean, it's just the rules of how they have everything set up right now. So that's one of the reasons. And Andrew J., I don't know if you were with me the last time I streamed. It was about a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months, maybe. I'm not sure. But here, the long and short of it here, for everybody that's tuning in, they're wondering, where's Kev? Blah, 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 blah. No, I haven't run off to Mexico. Don't worry. I probably wouldn't go to Mexico anyway. It was probably good. If I was going to Baltic, it would probably be to Canada. I like the colder climate. Um, no. Anyway. Yeah, Andrew J. I have a cockatiel. He's sitting on my shoulder. But anyway, so what had happened was, right around, what was it, June? Well, it's going to get confusing because I say my last stream got struck. So a lot of people that wanted to know what happened couldn't find out because my last stream, somebody community guideline struck my channel, and I'm contesting that. So yeah, exactly. I was showing off some. Let's see. I was showing off some posing dolls and things like that I use for sometimes, just for a little. They're fun. They're these cool little dolls. I won't get into too much, but somebody managed to use that as a context for somehow trying to get my channel struck for showing sexually suggestive stuff or something, which is crazy. They were excuse me, my bird's biting my neck. Anyway, they were using that as a pretext for striking my channel, and I know there's been some frivolous stuff. I also noticed from the chat that I noticed something very odd. Some of the people most of you guys were listening right around the time I got the strike. Somebody had ducked out very noticeably and then came right back in as my channel got struck. I'm not accusing them of anything, but I have my suspicions of who that might be. Got no proof, and I understand that, but I found it a little odd. And I also noticed that several people that have had me on have had their channels struck recently too. Or right when I say recently, around the time when mine got struck, I should say. So, but anyway, it got struck for the, and it was the only thing I could think of was the dolls because I hadn't, the action figures, not really dolls, but action figures, whatever you want to say. They were posing reference. Um, hey, Zach Bradley, I did not know you're there. Yes, D&Q, I might do it. Depends. Okay, I'll get to explaining, but since Andrew J is here, uh, Andrew J says, I was hoping you went to Panama. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just looking at the chat. Anyway, somebody. Anyway, we won't get into it, but I have my suspicions of who did it. Anyway, uh, what had happened was I was doing that stream to update everybody where I was at, and now my bird's going crazy. Hold on just for a second, guys. Stay with me. I'm going to take care of this. Oliver, come here. Come here, Galen. Come here. Come on, Oliver. Just so you know, here he is. Anyway, there's my cockatiel. Um, I'll be right back, guys. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. All right. So the long and short of it is, last stream I was explaining to you guys that that what had happened and why I wasn't able to stream. And basically, for the people that don't know, I was streaming. Um, I was streaming off-site. I wasn't at home. I had permission from my fiance's employers um, that I could use the shop at night. Very trustworthy, considering there were lots of people that were stealing from the shop in other locations. I won't get into a whole bunch of that, but to give you an idea of how everything, why I was able to stream at the shop and stuff. But anyway, during all the COVID stuff, what had happened was the owners one day, out of the blue, uh, told Lauren to ask me or to get across to me that I was no longer welcome at the shop to stream because of me going out to art stores, going out to town. They have a 4-year-old girl. They were worried that I was going to spread COVID around, which didn't make a lot of sense. Mainly because, it just seemed out of the blue, and the COVID had been happening for a few months now, because this was back in June. Just seemed out of the blue. We'll say that. I don't want to criticize, but anyway, so they asked me not to stream there anymore, or asked me not to come into the shop anymore, which included, in my opinion, included not streaming and things like that. So, and to me and my fiance, she found that really odd because she's like, who do they think you're around all the time? I mean, like, even if I'm not in the shop, she's around me all the time. And they were like, hey, you're going to the local town over, and which is Christiansburg, Virginia, and you're going out there all, getting your art supplies and things like that, and We just don't feel comfortable with you being around the shop. Blah blah blah. Yeah. Andrew J. Yeah, Mr. Hellstorm 74. Okay, there we go. El Rodimus. Hey, 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 what's up? So yeah, so a lot of it didn't make a lot of sense to me, but I was going to leave it alone. You do have to understand that part of the story here is that I am obviously a conservative. So, and they are rabid Bernie fans. Rabid. I want to say rabid. They bumper stickers, the whole nine. They aren't. Well, I don't want to air anybody's dirty laundry, but let's just say they are vigorous Bernie fans. We'll say that. So I'm assuming that there might be more to this than specifically COVID. It just didn't make a lot of sense. I mean, I don't, I'm even wearing masks, which I told my fiance I probably never would do, and I'm wearing masks. So that should give you an idea of how the safety issues are. So anyway, that's what I was explaining to everybody. There were a couple of factors involved why I was streaming off site, and what I was telling everybody and how this is set up is it's harder to stream at home because there's a couple of factors. You just heard one of them is we have birds. We have a couple of cockatiels and a couple of well, not a couple, but we have 4 dogs, and they're little small dogs. One of them's a teacup chihuahua, that kind of thing. And my drawing setup is my main table is in the living room because we don't really live in a big house, So anyway, so that's what I was streaming off site. Because a lot of the streaming, it would be noisy, and I had tried streaming from my house a couple of times before, and I don't know if any of you guys were there. But the times that I did stream from home, the dogs were incredibly loud. Edwin and Mike were making fun of me, because they could definitely tell. And, Edwin's got his dog, and, he knows, he understands. But, it was very frustrating because there's all this ambient noise, the kids and stuff. And then the other problem, which I've discussed with some of you privately, some of you guys know this. I have an 8-year-old who loves YouTube and wants to be a YouTube star. And me personally, with the way the world is, how people can get your info, this and that, in terms of keeping my daughter safe from weirdos and creepers and pedos, I don't really want her on camera if I can help it. So, these are things I didn't, if you don't have kids, I guess it would be hard to understand, or maybe would think I was paranoid about that kind of thing. But I just think in this day and age, you can never be too careful. So anyway, yeah, Blacklist Universe. Blacklist Universe. That's what the mute button is for. Hey, Mike. Hey, buddy. Yeah, we're sitting here, and anyway, yeah, Black Panther tonight. If I can make it, it's just all about shutting the audio down. Yeah, exactly. Okay. All right. Well, all right. Here's the situation for tonight. I'll tell you straight out. We've got to go to open house, and then after open house, I will assess the situation because kids are going to school or getting ready to go to school, and more than likely I'll probably do it because I really I really miss you guys. I had been wanting to do that the last few drawn in quarters because it had some really good subjects, and it just was crappy that I couldn't do it. But I'm testing the stream, and I figured I'd give you guys an explanation of why I'm had been MIA. Because the thing that kind of hit me was like, wait a minute, if they struck my video explaining what the hell happened, then nobody's going to know what the hell happened. So yeah, I'm a little slow on the uptake there. So that's what basically has been going on with me. I have not been ducking anybody. It may feel that way, and I apologize if it has. Um, just basically, I've been kicking myself because the other thing is I have another room in the house. One of the rooms got. We have a extra room that's kind of like a back porch, but it's actual, actual worked on whole enclosed room, and we have a couple of big dogs outside, and when it gets really cold, they're in that room, and one of the dogs got a little anxious and had tore up the drywall around an electrical outlet. So that room, until I can get it fixed, doesn't have any power going to it. So that was the other thing. And I am not an electrician, and by any stretch of the imagination. I used to work with my dad when he worked construction, and the extent of my work with him was basically carrying drywall, holding the drywall, nailing drywall here and there, but mostly it was just carrying stuff. I didn't take to it very well. Hey, thank you, Mark Anthony. R2D2 for life is in here. Sweet, man. Um, yeah, so anyway, uh, that's been the other thing. It's just I can't, it's been difficult because of whatever reasons. I live 3 hours away from my family, and having my dad come down and help me with it because he's actually, construction and can do all the electrician stuff, uh, is basically why I haven't been able to stream in that room. Once I get that aside, I'll be able to do that more comfortably. Uh, but I didn't want anybody freaking out. But yeah, the copyright strike, um, or not copyright, but community guideline strike that I got. There's zombie kebab. Thank you, R2D2 for life. I'm sorry, I'm reading some of the chats too. Well, anyway, the community guidelines strike I got, it kind of I'm not sure exactly. It kind of frazzled me, kind of put me in a bad mood about streaming because I go through a lot of effort not to do anything that might get you struck for anything. And so it was really frustrating when I got one because I was just like, what the hell, man? I'm drawing. And most of the time they're only my characters, so anyway, so I'm rambling on. But anyway, so here's a page I'm inking on Dragon Guard. Hopefully the camera's focusing for you guys all right. Mark Anthony says, managed to learn how to do all that just shy of running. Yeah, man, it's one of those things where I moved. I won't get into a lot of the details, but there was a lot of I don't know how to say it. there was a lot of fighting, and I moved home away from home as soon as I possibly could, to get away from things and kind of be out on my own really early. And one of those things was I didn't really take to uh, my dad's stuff the way I should have. Um, a lot of it was just draw, 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 fast as improve as fast as I can, that kind of thing. And I feel really bad that I haven't learned some of those things from him, because it definitely make things a little easier. Um, but anyway, uh, so the R2D2 for life. So I missed it. What was the strike for? Did you find out or just have to wonder forever? I have appealed it today, and to let you know, yeah, Mark Anthony already answered it. I was demoing a posing figure for art, and the figures are really cool. They've got kind of like this. It's sort of it's like a posing dummy, but it sort of has like the skin, like the medical. It's like fake skin, basically. It's hard to explain. Um, I want to say it's like the stuff they used on like MythBusters, but it's not exactly the same thing. But it's along that general idea. And I was showing some posing dummies, and they were clothed. They were completely clothed. They just, bikini and underwear kind of clothes. So right around that stream, I got struck, and it was a community guideline strike. So I'm appealing it. We'll see if it goes anywhere. But I noticed a few people, or I noticed specifically one person ducked out and came back in right around the same time that I got the strike. I won't say that makes anybody guilty. I'm just, they're on my radar now. And, it just seemed silly. One of those things. It was just very bizarre. And we were all getting kind of weird. Right around that time, we were all getting kind of weird guideline strikes or copyright strikes, whatever. I know like Mike at the time got one, and then a few other people, Comicsgate kind of, or Comicsgate adjacent, or people around Comicsgate had been getting strikes, frivolous kind of strikes. So anyway, so that's what's going on. And oh yeah, under what I had under my page here that I'm making. This is a War Machine. This was a commission I did for somebody of War Machine. Well, it wasn't War Machine. I had to repurpose it because it was a original character in armor, and then I kind of amped it up and made it War Machine. But this is a abandoned commission. Somebody asked for a refund. I won't get into it. No hard feelings on this one, because I think it was, somebody was just having a hard time money wise and had no problem. I can understand, for that particular thing. So, but this was a refund. R2D2 for life says strike for playing with Barbie dolls as an adult man. Mark Anthony says all sides are doing that mess and it really needs to stop. Yeah, I hear you, man. Exactly. Hashtag no Barbie dolls, Kevin. Yeah, exactly. Mark Anthony says R2D2 for life. Exactly. Anyone with Barbies on YouTube should be struck if they do anything with clothes on camera. Yeah, anyway, it was so weird. I didn't even, like somebody asked me whether or not they had removable clothes, and I said, yeah, they do, but I didn't take it off on camera or anything like that. I think I held the doll and showed that the strap was movable or something. Something completely weird. And it's not like there aren't, like uh I'll try to get this War Machine in camera here. So yeah, there's a War Machine piece. Um, R2D for 2 for Life says no action figures. That's a different story. Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know what to say. It is basically kind of beating a dead horse. It's just somebody pulled that. And my thing is there's tons of action figure reviewers on YouTube. So I have no idea how that strike even kind of made it. Like why did they even do it? It was kind of like there was nothing shown on camera, and there's plenty of action figure reviewers, and those videos are up, and some of them I believe even reviewed those dolls. So, or action figures, either way you want to say it. Um, so anyway, but there's a cool War Machine. If anybody wants it, you can DM me. It's ready to go, or if you want it inked, it's there. But oh cool. R2D2 for Life has got to run. We're trying to catch the replay. Thanks, buddy. I'm not going to be on long today anyway. I'm just kind of testing the setup and making sure that everything works okay so that I can do it later, possibly tonight. Drawn and quartered, Black Panther. I say possibly because something could change, but Mike, if you're listening, I probably will, man. So I'll try my best to make it happen as long as nothing's too crazy. So anyway, there you go. So for everybody out there, that's the story of why I'm not streaming or wasn't streaming, haven't been streaming. It's opportunity. Like today, to give you an idea, the kids are gone. Kids are visiting with their cousins so they can play, have some fun, and anyway, I got maybe 2 hours of free time, and I figured I'd check in with you guys and let you know we're on Dragon Guard. I'm making Dragon Guard right now. Basically, with Dragon Guard, I've got a few pages to catch up on. Where late June and then into July, I was really sick. I wasn't getting much work done because they were giving me. I don't know if you're out there, if anybody's listening, but for those that are, I've got diabetes. Um, and some of my medicines they were changing around. I was having really bad reactions. I've only had that one other time when they changed my meds, and this particular medicine did something a little bit different. It was messing with my blood pressure and really making it skyrocket. So it made me really sick and dizzy, and I had that happen a few times. Anyway, there's a War Machine. So um, yeah, there's a War Machine. It's for sale. If you want to hit me up. I won't do an auction tonight or right now because I didn't come here to do that. I just wanted to show you guys the War Machine, let you know what had happened. Um, so there you go. And Mark Anthony says Friday. Yeah, man. Absolutely. I'll throw it out there for auction. I may pretty it up, but to be honest with you, right now the only thing it's on my mind is Dragon Guard as far as actual artwork. So anyway, and I apologize because part of this page is a little bit of a spoiler, not a huge one, but well, I won't say too much, but anyway. But anyway, I figured it'd be fun for you guys to check this out on camera. And I think we can, you guys can see this good, right? Oh yeah. I think I know Mike moved it around, but I think the last couple of times have been on Friday. So, if it's Friday, cool. If it's another day, that's fine too. You know. Um, but anyway, here I am. But everybody out there listening, everybody out there lurking, we got a few people here, 6 people in, 6 thumbs up. I knew it was going to be down because I haven't been on for a while. Farmer Dan, is this that new Halo 2 game? Erotimus Flash said, YouTube was just doing random strikes across the board, but just blame the SJWs to cash in some victim dollars. Mark Anthony says the Elite is on the page behind this one. You mean Alita? Maybe. Let me see. I might actually just sneak a close up real quick of another page because I showed you guys online. Maybe some of you didn't see it. Yeah, there's a haze from the. I have a clamp, and if you see up here, there's a little haze, a gray haze, and that's where the clamp is crossing over around the camera. I told you how to ghetto set up, man. It's a nice camera. I think the camera works fine, but I have to use this weird clamp to hold the camera in place. And anyway. Oh, the Elite is on. Oh, you mean the Halo? That's Mark Anthony. There you go. Hey, it's Humphrey Bear. How you doing, man? You guys can hear me okay? I just want to make sure the audio is all right with this mic or with the camera mic. I'm using the mic on the camera. Suggestion. I think you should change your featured perk to the bare bones. Get those books front and center. Yes, sir. Yeah. Let me go about changing that because I do need to. Oh man, I'm doing kind of everything on my own right now because my fiance right now has got some stuff at work where she's got to be at work very strict for right now, and I don't have a lot of extra, but I will update. So people, if you're wondering what some, seeing some changes and things like that, that's a good idea. First of all. Excuse me. So anyway, well, that's part of that double pager that I was showing online. It's on the page. I updated. This is for the double pager perk, and I'm going to be inking that soon. Let's see. Let me see if I can pull that one. Doggone it. I had the other side of that nearby because I was getting ready to ink that. Hold on just a second. Alright. Well, it's not here right at the moment. But anyway, so here we are. I'll show this across the camera one more time. This is from the double pager. Normally they're taped together, but when I have to draw something, really get in there, it's hard to wield that double pager around. So I'll tape it back and it'll be the two 11x17s will be taped together. So anyway, there you go. And then there's Brad. Hey, Brad, what's going on, man? All right. Here you go. So there's some pics for everybody that's just coming in, just checking it out. There's a War Machine commission that was abandoned. Well, not abandoned. I'll say refunded. Refunded because they wanted to, or they had fallen into some hard times, couldn't finish it up. It was actually a person's created character, and I figured he'd be a pretty awesome War Machine. So there you go. Vapagon says, "Hey Kevin, that looks awesome. Thank you, bud. Glad to see you here." Thank you, Mark Anthony, for putting that link. The link for Dragon Guard is in the description and also now in the chat. Thank you to Mark Anthony. And Charlie Chase says that looks badass. Thank you, sir. Charlie Chase, I'm glad to see you. Charlie is a local to where I'm at, and he does a lot of shows. He works staff, and it's just a comic fan, a really cool dude. At least the shows that I met, Charlie worked some staff things. And Zombie Kebab says he needs a good home. Yeah. Thank you, Zombie Kebab. And I'm moving too fast. I need to slow that down. I apologize. But anyway, he is pretty much done. If I may go in and do inks if a person is so inclined to get the inks. But right now, we're focusing on Dragon Guard. Here's another page. We'll have some more color pages up soon. I know Alonzo's working on some right now, so we'll get you guys some more sneak peeks as the as I can do it without giving too much of the story away. But so here we are. We got 11 people in, 6 people thumbs up. Everybody could like and share. That would be awesome. But here we are. I'm inking a page live of Dragon Guard. And I think tonight we might peek in on Drawn and Quartered, and I might do something maybe. That's another thing, where I lost some time and where I've been a little bit sick from the changing of some of my medicines. With basically the medicines are having some side effects that I have for my diabetes, and it's messed with me pretty bad till we had gotten things sorted out. We're getting closer to having the right meds for me, because whatever reason I must be allergic to some of the stuff that a lot of people aren't. But once we get that down, I'll be in a better place, where I think I'll have things under control. And we're almost there. I mean, I've got an insulin that I actually can use now. Before, the insulins that I had tried had been giving me some side effects, some really bad side effects, or either I was allergic to it. Mike McMahon. Hey, Mike McMahon. I'm glad you came in, dude. I won't say anything, Mike, until you're ready to say something. I was getting ready to get enthusiastically excited to say something, but I'll let you control when I can release that information. Um, yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to do a little. I'm doing a little inking on camera. Anybody wants to know? I'm using a Copic multiliner, the 0.1 size. Um, it's a decent pen for me trying to imitate some of the lines from a quill. I mean, if you use a quill, you'll probably know that my lines really aren't imitating it, but some of the techniques and some of the goofy little stylistic things, I can fake those pretty well, I think, or fake them to get by. And I have an annoying fly for some reason that's bugging me. So everybody, if you're just joining us, I got 10 likes now. Cool. Everybody like, share. Um, so anyway, so if you just got me, I'm testing my streaming setup again. I told everybody the story about what happened with the community guideline strike, and um, that was the thing. I had realized, I was like, wait a minute, the stream where I got the community guideline strike was, I actually was explaining why I hadn't been streaming, but that got struck, so nobody could see the video, so nobody knew, unless you really had been following me or had been talking to me in private, knew why I hadn't been streaming. So, I figured I'd try this one more time. I've appealed the community guideline strike. So, anyway, there you go. If you're new, if you're browsing, if you're lurking, hopefully you heard that. Got it. Last time on Kevin Sharp Z. Yes, check out Brad's YouTube and Instagram. Yeah, Mike McMahon says, yeah, under wraps for a bit longer. Perfectly cool. I figured I'd say that and let you know, because I tend to get excited and forget some of the etiquette here on YouTube. I'll be super happy to be working with somebody, and they're like, dude, you shouldn't have said that. I'm like, okay. And anyway, so here we are. I was just doing a little short YouTube stream to get back on my feet, try to figure out, uh, if I can stream in private. Luckily, the kids are away, so that makes it a lot easier. Yep. Everybody, by the way, I agree with Mike. If you get a chance to, please check out Mike's Twitter and check out U.S. Assassin, Tim and Mark Colton. I wanted to say, I hope I'm getting it right. And I believe Mark is the writer or co-writer of Graveyard Shift. No offense to anybody. I just sometimes don't know the lay of the land, so forgive me. But yeah, they've got a great book, U.S. Assassin, and I think they're getting ready to launch the second book soon. And here we go. And I'm trying to figure out what I did with that page. I bet you it's probably on the scanner. I'm an idiot. All right. Let's see. Well, I was going to sneak peek, but I can't get to the scanner right now. Mike McMahon says Friday. Cool, cool, very awesome. And just one more time for the hay of it. War Machine. War Machine. I'll try not to go too fast. Let you see some of the details. Mark Anthony says, planning to keep the campaign in demand past fulfillment, or is it going to close out? Well, I've got a lot of slow movement lately, and understandably, I know why. At least part of that is. I mean, if I'm not on YouTube and I'm not really making a presence known because of the YouTube, it's going to hurt a little bit, and it has. It's hurt my momentum a little bit. But the plan is to keep it going for at least a little bit longer. I'm not entirely sure if I want to keep it going to fulfillment or keep it going to a certain date, closing it out at a certain date. I don't know. I'm not sure because of the way it's slowed down. I feel almost like I'm beating a dead horse at this point. But, who knows? I mean, one of the other problems was one of the places that I was using for advertising, or not one of the places, but one of the sites or the companies or whatever you want to call them that I was using for advertising on Twitter and stuff. It looks like they got kicked off Twitter. So now everything will have to be, just constantly slamming the link and bugging the crap out of people with the link. And I'm not sure how I feel about that, but I got to do something. Yeah, Monster Thunder. Yeah, yeah. There we go. Yeah. I mean, same here. I haven't. It was really a kick in the butt, man, because I used not YouTube. What am I saying? I used Facebook, and I did not see any noticeable return on that, man. And I noticed that a couple of people that I knew that I did super chats on, I got a much more immediate response in terms of backers than using YouTube. I tried to set my uh, I guess my advertising terms and things like that towards comics and a certain age group, and I'm just not getting any return on Facebook for advertising. Oh yeah. DeviantArt. I can do that. Oh man, you guys are mentioning things I hadn't even remembered because I hadn't used my DeviantArt in a while, and it kind of slipped my. Oh man, I definitely need somebody who's marketing to work with me. Next campaign, I'm definitely working with somebody to try to get the marketing down and think about these things because I am just not. When you're trying to draw ink, write, uh, kids, let's see, everything else that's going on, man. It's hard to keep track of some of those things. Some things slip by and you don't even realize it, I guess. Or at least a better man than me can handle it better than I can. And Awful Redneck Gaming is here. What's up? Hey, hey, buddy. All right, cool. So we got a lot of people in here. We got 13 thumbs up, 11. So yeah, we're gonna for everybody checking out right now. I'm just kind of dropping in, testing my camera setup, and making sure you guys can hear me. Um, just wondering. Yeah, I missed you guys too. Awful Net Redneck Gaming. Did you miss out on the last stream of why I haven't been streaming? I will try to make it quick for those. I mean, I guess you could just rewind it or go back, scrub, as they say. You could scrub it back and check it out. Um, but yeah, long and short of it is the last stream that I was doing, I was explaining why I was having trouble with my setup. And then I got community guidelines struck. So therefore, the video got taken down. So nobody saw my explanation of why I had stopped streaming. But basically, it boils down to the streaming site that I was streaming at before. The people had been letting me stream there. I've been streaming off site because my family's loud. I've got other distractions, and my daughter wants to be a YouTube star, so it's hard to keep her away from the camera. But basically, I was asked not to come back there anymore, or that's the long and short of. There's more to it, but that's the long and short of it. Easy explanation. I was asked not to come back there anymore, and streaming from home is a kind of a difficult task. Like today, the kids are gone, so I can stream and control all the ambient noises that come across. Okay, cool. But anyway, there's the long and short of it. If you're listening, that's why. Um, my last stream got struck because I showed some action figures and somebody accused me of, or at least the thought was that I was showing sexually suggestive dolls or action figures. So, which I wasn't. If you were watching that stream, you guys know they were all clothed. So, anyway, and right now I am inking a page from Dragon Guard for you guys live, part of my test stream here. And we've been going for almost an hour, so that's cool. Awful Redneck Gaming asked, did you dispute it? Yeah, I just did today. Yeah, Mark Anthony's quick on it. I just did. So we'll see how that goes. As far as I'm concerned, anybody that was watching that night knows there was nothing. I'm pretty sure, like people like Mark Anthony, who was there on there that night, knows there was no anything copyright crazy or anything suggestive with the dolls or anything like that. It was pretty silly. Awful Redneck Gaming, be careful, man. Mark Anthony says, no issues with the camera focus. Sweet. Good. Good. Yeah, I think because this camera that I bought is really sharp. No pun intended. It's got a sharp picture and everything. Um, so I'm guessing that it was just the desk that I was drawing on. Sometimes it would just didn't like the desks that I was sitting at when I was streaming. So the fun is just beginning. Charlie Chase, I'm stole the fun. No, no, no. You're good. You're good. But my camera, I'm happy with the resolution of the camera, and I don't think there's a problem there. Uh, it just was going wonky on some of those streams. It didn't want to focus at all. And I've got the camera on a really short little. Uh, it's a really short little flexible clamp, and the clamp gives you a decent range of motion, but the pages are so large that it does not. You can't really get it to show the whole page, even if I pull the clamp up really high. Um, it won't show the whole page. So I apologize. You're just going to get bits and pieces while I ink. Um, and like I said, the other problem I'm running to, I'm going to have to adjust the camera, because if you see where my pen's pointing, there's a little gray fuzzy line right at the top of the screen, and that's where the clamp is the clamp is laid over top the edge of the camera, so you're getting that the clamp slightly in picture. Mike McMahon says, Mark Fulton said we can say what you are doing for us. Oh, cool. Cool. Well, everybody that's listening will make the announcement. Actually, hold on just for a second, Mike. I'm going to look for that layout. You guys can see it. Well, I don't know whether I should say it or show it. Well, hopefully you won't kick my butt, because it's not finished anyway. So it's not like I'm showing the actual details. Oh, okay, he says show it. All right, all right. Cool, cool, cool. Let me see. Here's the layout. We'll get it in here for you. I am doing a cover for U.S. Assassin. So here's the very, very rough layout that I was working on. Or, well, it was rough, and now I'm tightening it up. Most of you guys know that when I get in there and tighten up all the little details, and it almost looks like a finished piece. Like, it'll look like almost like this. It'll almost look like this when I do the tiny, all the details, and then I blow it up like at a FedEx office, and get all those details in there, and then I trace it off after I've enlarged it, and then I draw the cover. It makes it a lot tighter. All for Redneck Gaming. That's cool, man. Thank you. I appreciate the compliment. So yeah, it's being worked on. It's like, if I don't like a pose, you see right here, if I don't like a pose, or if I'm not comfortable with the pose, I work out a lot of the problems. And like, if something isn't working for me, I do that all small, because if I did that on the 11x17 board, I probably, most of you know this, but for those who are listening, I tend to push really hard, press hard on the paper, and it tends to dig in. So the more mistakes I make, the more it looks like a mess. And so getting all that problems done on the smaller, it's the same ratio as a comic page. So enlarging it, it fits right on the when I go to lightbox it. We're at the lightbox right now, so grungy lightbox, and that's how I work. So there you go. So I am fortunate to be asked to do a cover for U.S. Assassin, and they're going to put up. We're going to show you guys when I'm done. We're going to show you the actual pencils and all that good stuff. But you're hearing the sneak announcement. They'll probably make a proper announcement on their own channel. So uh, there you go. And thank you, Mike. I see you in the chat, buddy. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Very fortunate. There we go. So just a little sneak. You guys will see it better when it's coming along. So anyway, there we go. And here we go. I'll get back to working. But if we've been streaming for about an hour. Sneaky, sneaky. What's sneaky, Mark Anthony? All right. Let's see. Yeah, so you guys are seeing me. I'm making a little bit of another page from Dragon Guard. And working hard on this stuff. Trying to get caught up. Like I said, if you hadn't heard, I'd been a little bit sick from some reactions to my medicines, but it's all good. We got a few lurkers in here, I noticed. We got 12 people in, 17 likes, so I know somebody been lurking at least a little bit. So I'm back as much as I can anyway. If you're new to the stream, scrub back, check it out, and it will explain where I've been as far as streaming goes. I know you guys have probably seen me. I'm, still posting on Twitter so much, and you really haven't missed much. It's just that the YouTube channel is a good way to reach you guys, and I hadn't been able to do it, or at least do it comfortably in a way that I could protect my family when it comes to a lot of potential problems. Weirdos, things like that on the internet. I know that seems crazy, but when you have a kid of your own and you're thinking about letting them stream, you think about these things, you think about who's watching, what they can use, things like that. Please follow Kevin on Instagram. Yep, Instagram. And zombie kebabs and Well, in the chat's gotten a little goofy. What is that? I see zombie kebab, but I'm not sure what that. Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm not sure what the little colored, the gray tones are. The little circles that are gray. Anyway, loading bar. Yeah. That's what freaked me out because I was like, is she not? Yeah, buffering symbol. So it's so freaky. What? Because it's showing on my screen in the chat as like a comment. Very weird. So anyway, everybody listening, I'm going to try to do D&Q tonight. It's Black Panther. The passing of Chadwick Boseman. Really a shock. Colon cancer. And to know that dude went several years doing movies and stuff and didn't really tell anybody about his situation. I know I had seen some pictures of where he was filming a movie, and he looked really, really skinny. And I don't mean to disrespect him. I'm just saying that that's what it looked. It was very obvious he had lost a lot of weight, and I thought it was for a role or something. And I was wondering because it did not look healthy. And so, I haven't heard a lot of what happened with him and how, you know, how long he had been dealing in total with the cancer. But dude's been fighting, and you gotta, show a little respect. Um, that's a hell of a thing to have to fight that, and you can't even imagine. I cannot even imagine how hard that would be, and then not say anything even to some of the closest people around you about it. And try to soldier on and not let it affect you. So anyway, out of respect, so they're doing Black Panther tonight. I will try my best. If you guys don't, if for some reason I'm not on there, you guys know that I'm going to make my effort to be on there. Okay. Um, but anyway, sounds like a fun thing. Zachary Lytle. All right, cool. Okay, you got me, Mark Anthony. That's true. That's true. I hate saying it like that. Saying try. I know, man. But Zachary Lytle, glad to see you in the chat. Cool, cool. Congratulations, Zach. Say hey to your dad for me. He's awesome. I hope your dad's going to be doing well soon. The COVID has started to hit some people's jobs, and or at least that's kind of a dumb statement. It started to hit some people that I know hit their jobs, and they're in our thoughts, and they've been good to me, and I really hope that they get back on their feet quickly. Famous words from Yoda, yes sir. So we got 13 in. We got 18 likes. I'm glad to see that. And you guys are watching me ink a page from Dragon Guard. Well, you were. Got to move the page up a little bit so you guys can see it. All right. These tiny lines. It makes really tiny lines. And then I got to come in here and add a few line weights and kind of make it pop. Separate this foreground, which is the cape, from the middle ground, which is the figure and his armor. Just some decorative etching and textures. Trying to give the armor some kind of feel. Yeah, I'd heard something about an asteroid coming around the time of the election. which is kind of eerie. But luckily, it's only supposed to be like not the size of a car, but a little larger than the size of a car. So if it was to hit us, I'd imagine it's not a threatening event as far as I'm aware of. That's the last I had heard, that the asteroid was. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Was it under or right around 82 feet or something? Oh, 7 or so. Oh, okay. All right. There we go. Yeah. I think the scary thing about that is a couple of those are. I guess the problem with it is a couple of these recent ones that we've been finding has been uh, out of the line of sight of the telescopes. In other words, it was like backlit from the sun or something where you couldn't see them. It was basically invisible. Um, and so a lot of these were detected like within the last few weeks or couple months, relatively recent, So, because that's really the problem we have with a lot of that, from what I was reading, is that the telescopes can only see so much. If it comes, the approach is from something where the telescopes can't see in terms of towards the sun or something, you don't detect them. I'm trying to remember how that worked. If I'm goofing it up, forgive me. And you guys can see most of this on screen, I hope. Other than my big mitts getting in the way, the line of sight there. Um, okay, cool. Well, everybody that's in here, I think I'm going to wrap it up because we went a little longer than I was expecting anyway. Uh, I'm glad to see you, of course. Don't get me wrong. Um, I've got to get ready for open house for my daughter and some other things. So I guess this is a good time as any to wrap up the stream. Um, Luckily, I don't think there's anything that can get me on this time. And for some reason, I just lost the chat. What's going on? Okay, well, everybody, I'm going to be bonking out. I cannot see the chat for some reason. I think I bumped a full screen or something up here. Let's see if I full screen it again, see if that works. Well, anyway, because I am a boomer, my tech is being goofy. I want to say bye to everybody. Thank you for coming in. I want to say bye to Archie for life. He's not here, but I'm sure he'll probably catch a replay. Mark Anthony, Zombie Kebab, Awful Redneck Gaming, Mike McMahon, Humphrey Bear, who was in here, um, Charlie Chase, Zach Lytell, all you guys. Thank you for coming in and checking in. I was able to finally get back to streaming. You're looking at a page from Dragon Guard. Also up for grabs because I had a refund. And somebody refund on this one, but it's a War Machine. I'll put it at 250. And if you want to contact me, let me know. Um, it's a War Machine piece. It's pretty awesome, 11 by 17 on Bristol board. And anyway, everybody that came in, thank you. It's good seeing you guys in. Sorry I had to do this kind of middle of the day. I had a free time. It's all in the video. Rewind it or scrub it back, watch it. It's all good. So anyway, thank you guys for coming out. I can't see the chat, and I apologize for that. So I must have bumped something. Um, and you guys have a awesome rest of your day. I will. I am going to make the effort to be at Drawn and Quartered. So it's Black Panther night. Watch it, check it out, and I will do my best to see you very soon. Okay, take care. Bye.